Morning, dear class. We were going ahead with the explanation of our Act 4 Scene 1 of the drama book The Tempest. I had given you two audio clips previously, and this is the third part in the form of a video clip. So in this video clip, Prospero and Ariel are having their conversation, and the last point in the second audio clip was Ariel was singing a crotchet. Now, why Ariel was singing a crotchet? Ariel was singing a crotchet for two reasons. Ariel was very happy, and Ariel was about to go to bring the rebel as commanded by Prospero, his master. So, in the end of his crotchet, the last line which Ariel says or Ariel utters was in the form of an interrogative sentence. He asked Prospero a question. He asks Prospero, "Do you love me, master?" No. Students, kindly pick up your copies copies and books. Copies to write down difficult words and books to go with me. So in the books, when you'll open page 2 or 3 of Act 4, Scene 1, you'll see that this Ariel's sentence is there. Do you love me, master? No. And Prospero replies in affirmation. Prospero says, "Dearly, my delicate Ariel, oh my quick Ariel, oh my obedient Ariel, oh my sincere Ariel, I do love you very dearly." And then he gives Ariel a command not to appear to the scene until he is asked to do so. He warns Ariel, "Do not approach till thou dost hear me call." Ariel replies in affirmation. Ariel says, "Well, I conceive." And afterwards Ariel exits. Then Prospero again starts his conversation with Ferdinand. Prospero again tries to make him remember about the oath. Prospero says to Ferdinand, "Look, you be true. Oh Ferdinand, please be true to your words. Do not give dalliance too much the rein. The strongest oaths are straw to the fire in the blood. Be more abstemious, or else good night your woe." Now, here, at this juncture, Prospero tries to warn Ariel regarding the promise which he had asked Ariel to be fixed upon. So, Prospero asks Ferdinand, "Look, you be true. Do not give dalliance." Class, please write. Dalliance is playful flirtation or amorous play. And then he says, "The strongest oaths are straw to the fire in the blood." Means the strong oath we ever try to keep, the oaths are to prove themselves as fire to the blood. Be more abstemious. Class, please write down the meaning of abstemious. Abstemious is sparing in diet, refraining from a free use of food and strong drinks, sparing in the indulgence of the appetite or passions. So he warns Ferdinand to stick to the words, to stick to the promise he had asked him to a little bit earlier. And then he says, "If you are not following whatever I am saying, then you should bid goodbye to your vow." Means you will not be in a position to fulfill your vow. To this, Ferdinand assures Prospero. Ferdinand says, "Sir, I warrant you, the white cold virgin snow upon my heart abates the ardor of my liver." Here, class, white cold virgin snow can be termed as the tender love Ferdinand feels in his heart for Miranda. He wants to say that, "Sir, the white cold virgin snow upon my heart abates the ardor of my liver." That is, the tender love I feel in my heart for Miranda, it will abstain me from doing anything which I shouldn't do before my marriage to Miranda. Here, class, let me remind you all what these people are talking about. The scene starts with Prospero's apologies and a condition. Prospero puts before Ferdinand a condition that Ferdinand shouldn't behave like a husband with Miranda or shouldn't ask Miranda to behave like a wife unless until their marriage rites are solemnized, and if he ever tries to do so, their marriage will be full with curse and it will not be blessed. Right. So he is talking about the same by means of this. He is trying to make him remind, and Ferdinand is assuring him not to worry at all. Then, after listening to Ferdinand's confirmation, again Prospero says, well. Then he instructs Ariel, now come my Ariel, bring a corollary. Now class, please write about corollary. Corollary is something given beyond what is actually due, something added or superfluous. And what Prospero wants to say by means of this, Prospero wants to say to Ariel, O Ariel, whatever rebel you are supposed to bring, please bring 1, 2, 3, 4 or more than that in excess. Because there is always a place for excess, but there is no place for scarcity. So here corollary is to bring spirits in a large number than it is asked for. Rather than want a spirit means there shouldn't be the scarcity of a spirit. Pertly is quickly, that is at a moment's notice. Immediately, soft music starts playing, and then Prospero again commands, no tongue, all eyes, be silent. Here, Prospero commands so because what he is going to present is pure magic, a trick performed by several spirits, an act like hypnotism, and it can be mirrored if talking or lack of concentration is there. Right, class? So, after that, the scene starts with the entry of Iris. Now, who is Iris, class? Please write down. Iris is a messenger of gods, and Iris is also the goddess of rainbows. And as soon as Iris appears in the scene, she starts calling upon Ceres. She starts her dialogue, Ceres, most bounteous lady. Here, class, bounteous is generous, kind, magnanimous. So Iris says, Ceres, most bounteous lady, the rich lees. Lees is for fields. The rich lees of wheat, rye. Rye is a grain used extensively in Europe for making bread, beer, and for animal fodder. So Iris says, most bounteous lady, the rich lees of wheat, rye, barley, vetches. Now, what is vetches? Vetches is a leguminous plant of the genus Vicia, often grown as green manure and for their edible seeds. So she says barley, vetches, oats and peas. Thy turfy mountains. Class, this turfy is grassy mountains where live nibbling sheep. Nibbling is for munching, since sheep also belong to the family of domesticated animals, and these domesticated animals like sheep, goats, cows, buffaloes, they don't eat their food immediately. They just eat it up and afterwards draw it back to their mouths and chew it again and again and again. So that chewing can be termed as munching, and this munching is stated here as nibbling sheaves. Right. Then he says, and flat meads. Class, meads is for meadows, that is grazing lands, thatched with stover. Class, please write, stover is fodder for cattle. Then he says, then to keep thy banks with pine and 12 brims. Now what this thy bank with pine and 12 brims is? She wants to say that banks of meadows with vertical and horizontal lines of green plants. Then she explains further. She says, which spongy April at thy haste is request, befriends to make cold nymphs chaste crowns, and thy broom grooves. Again Iris says that April on your command tries to trim the crop from the fields, that is in April usually in those parts the crop is being cut down, and out of the plants of the crop the nymphs are mermaids or water maids. So out of the plants of the crops they used to make crowns for themselves. Then she says, and thy broom grooves are orchards whose shadows the dismissed bachelors loved. She says that the orchards where bachelors like to be, being lass lorn. Lass is for girls, lorn is abandoned. She wants to say that those boys who are left by their girls, they used to live there, they used to spend their time there. Then she says, thy Paul clipped vineyards. This vine is for the creepers of grape. Paul clipped is well pruned or well trimmed, right? And then she says, thy sea marge. Sea marge is the sea shores, that is margins, sterile and rocky hard, where thou thyself dost err. The queen of the sky. She says sterile and rocky hard. Sterile and rocky hard is for the barren land, where you, Ceres, you err. The queen of the sky. Who is the queen of the sky here, class? Queen of the sky is Juno, the queen of classical gods, or the wife of Jupiter, whose watery ark and messenger am I. Iris tries to explain that I am the watery ark and messenger of that queen, and I am instructing you, ordering you, requesting you to leave your area of dwelling and please be here, since the Queen of Gods is about to arrive and I want you to be present here to welcome her. Right, class? Put a tick mark here and please go through the same content. Thank you.